public sector. Their problem is they don't have a bank problem. Their problem has been they had a huge growth in government spending over the last 10 years, and government spending now accounts for 50% of the GDP in this country, and much of that is being funded externally. And so they have huge external debt, and as the cost of that debt has gone up to fund, hence the reason they now think we're going to have to get some money in, 50 billion potentially in January, bailout from the EU. The question, of course, is does that stop contagion into Spain? And I spoke to 2 or 3 people this morning, Steve, in private. There seems to be a understanding here. It doesn't matter what you do with Portugal. Actually, it doesn't stop whatever's going to happen to Spain is going to happen.
Right, let's get to Sylvia's view on this. Sylvia, we have this quaint, wonderful tradition in the UK. It's called pantomime season, and there's always a pantomime villain. We just can't work out if it's Germany or not, forcing these beleaguered peripheral countries into more debt restructuring so that Germany can control the situation or not. Is Germany the pantomime villain or not?
Well, if Germany is the pantomime villain, I think they've been forced into this villain role ultimately, because you know that we've had to drag Angela Merkel to this European tables kicking and screaming earlier this year. Everybody's been complaining that she doesn't take any leadership role, that Germany at the heart of this matter should be a bit more proactive, and when they start being more proactive it doesn't really help either. Did they try to calm the markets, Sarko and Merkel? They probably did try to calm the markets, but I doubt whether they can do that anytime these days, because they're all over the place with their statements. The euro is in deep crisis, but on the other hand, the euro will survive and the eurozone will come out of this strengthened. Only 2 of the statements that Angela Merkel presented to us over the last couple of days. So they can't really calm the markets at the moment. When I talked to Jean-Claude Juncker from Luxembourg earlier this week, he said something that's quite interesting. He said, we can't always focus on the markets. We have so much policy issues at hand right now, and they haven't got the same time frame as the markets have. We're talking about 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or even longer. This is the kind of horizon we have to have, and if the markets just keep driving us ahead of themselves and forcing us to decisions, we might come up with the wrong ones. All easily said, but when you see what's going on with Portugal at the moment, even the ECB is saying, well, the fund is there for drawing on it, so better do it fast. Not in so many words, but that's the gist of what you get out of them.
Let's bring in another voice on this one as well. Andy Bruff is a fund manager at Schroders. Andy, what do investors actually want? Do they want this crisis just to run